Politicians, please let the investors do their work.
The expectations were high when Osukuru Phosphate and Fertilizer Manufacturing Plant was commissioned.
We now have stable power supply, piped water that has extended in most parts of the district, Your Excellency.
The project was, however, paused, leading to delayed benefits to locals.
I heard that a court had stopped the man who had put $630 million on the ground.
When you go to High Court, they cancel that lease.
This is part of the mystery that has seen mineral royalties and potentials remain intangible.
For me, I don't care which Chinese owns what. What I care about is that my fertilizer is processed. My steel is processed. Now, if I see the one who is moving, I let him move, and we can award.
From phosphate to limestone, this land of Tororo holds the promise of prosperity. Yet, for many residents, that promise remained buried under bureaucracy, stalled projects, and elusive royalties. This was supposed to be a game changer. The Osukuru Phosphate Plant, launched with fanfare in 2018, was expected to transform Tororo into a hub of fertilizer production and industrial growth. But today, it stands motionless, its silence echoing the frustrations of a community left behind.
When we complain like we are complaining today, tomorrow you will see government vehicles coming there, maybe for envelopes or what. So sincerely, we need government's intervention.
We expected businesses to rise here. We expected, personally, I bought a lot of land because we wanted to put up houses for rent. And people went for loans to set up hotels, and then what? We in anticipation of heightened business. But they were very disappointed.
The plant, backed by foreign investment and government support, was projected to generate billions in revenue and mineral royalties. But delays in operationalization, disputes over land compensation, and unclear ownership structures have left it in limbo.
We need them, the ministry also, periodically to write the local government about how much they expect from these companies. For the case of Dongsong, we have never got any write-up from the ministry because the ministry who knows the quantity which has gone out.
While the phosphate plant stalls, Tororo Cement Industries continues to thrive. The company extracts limestone and other minerals daily, fueling Uganda's construction boom. But how much of that wealth trickles down to the district?
They pay taxes to us, but others who have good heart also have done what we call social corporate responsibility. So they do additional things like solar PV. They have done many healthy camp. They have put a borehole for the community.
We have also have Solar North. The other time they pay us 4.2. Now they're paying us 4.6. million shillings. This is part of reality for the area there. And from that money, we ensure that this year we bought some desks for the schools, and we are also working on some of the things, make some services. But also the calculation of reality.
Under Uganda's Mining and Minerals Act, royalties from these operations are supposed to be distributed as follows: 70% to the central government, 15% to local government, 10% to the sub-county or town council, and 5% to landowners or lawful occupants. But in Tororo, these percentages remain theoretical.
Usually for local governments, they really struggle with raising revenues. And for us, we're trying to see what are those areas where actually these communities have potential to raise revenues so that they can support in service delivery.
The Center for Budget and Tax Policy's 2024 report paints a troubling picture. While Bulisa District has made strides in tracking oil royalties, Tororo lags behind in managing mineral revenues.
Because you start to wonder if a district like Tororo, that is that endowed, can only raise about 5% of own resources, where does the other money go?
Like the infrastructure in Tororo is not a CSR from these mining companies. Those are government infrastructure projects. So what we're saying is that we'd like to see more of that in other districts like Tororo that host this mining facility.
For the people of Tororo, whose population stands at approximately 42,865 people as of the 2024 National Housing and Population Census, the stakes remain high. Mineral wealth could fund better schools, hospitals, and roads. But without accountability, the district remains stuck in a cycle of extraction without development.
Not all minerals processed in Tororo, the raw material comes from Tororo. The factory is in Tororo, but raw materials could be coming from either immediate districts or even further away.
Tororo's minerals are not just rocks. They are resources meant to uplift lives. But until the royalty system is transparent, accountable, and enforced, the district's riches may remain buried in silence.
If we have this amount of money coming from the royalties, can we then empower these communities to start looking at that resource, but also demanding that that resource is used for their benefit?
The district can also demand for annual engagements with the ministry, and they point out where they have issues. Now, mostly what is happening is that the ministry decides to do a routine inspection, or the minister. Then we request to do a courtesy call. Then the district demands for a council meeting. Then they list all these things, but it should be a two-way. We can say, let's agree once a year.
From stalled plants to active quarries, the story of Tororo is a cautionary tale, one that demands answers, reforms, and above all, justice for the communities living atop Uganda's mineral wealth. Henry Okrut, UBC.